Guys, today we've got Adidas quietly discounting Yeezys, Travis Scott cancelling Jordan 1s, and potentially one of the most insane collaborations in a very long time. Welcome to Sneaky Sundays. Today is going to be a banger. Like always, let's hop into a quick release recap, starting with the Air Jordan 1 High Latte. These things dropped for you guys out in the US. They dropped a while ago for us in the EU. Let me know if you picked up a pair. They are super clean. Other way around for this one, the EU only just got the Travis Scott Canary or the Elkins colorway. These things dropped, I believe, on the 30th. Let me know if you had any luck. Probably not. The Action Bronson New Balance 1906R dropped May the 31st. This was the Rosewater colorway. I imagine they were super limited. I didn't even bother trying. Same thing for the Crocs Juniper model. Insanely limited. I mean, pairs are already reselling for like 500 bucks, which is wild. Nevertheless, it is a pair of shoes that I do really want to check out. So if you managed to get a W, congrats. And I don't know, let me know what they're like when they do come in. And of course, we had Yeezy Day 2024, round 1. So this was the May 27th release, a ton of different pairs. Let me know which ones you picked up down in the comments. All right, let's get into the upcoming stuff. And I feel like, you know what, I might just hit you with a jump scare. Although I am pre-warning you, so it's not really a jump scare. Maybe just a splash of cold water. This is one of the most insane sneakers I have seen in my life. It's crazy. I just made a video about the Balenciaga 10XL sneaker being the largest sneaker you could possibly buy. And guess what? They looked at my video and were like, hold my beer. We can do something crazy. This is the freaking Balenciaga platform sneaker, a 16-inch platform. What is Balenciaga doing? They continue to just come up with some insanely crazy stuff. I tell you what though, I might finally be 6 foot with these. Now they actually did like a runway show for these things and you could see the models walking in them and it just looked strange. Like they can hardly lift their legs. Either way, this is part of Balenciaga's Spring 2025 range. I don't know who's gonna buy them. They do cost $1,300 because it's Balenciaga. We finally got a full look at the Jacquemus Nike Air Max 1 collection. We got 3 different colorways, a white, which I really like. We've got an all over red, not really my thing, and then a silver and navy blue. These 3 pairs are actually going to be dropping this month in June, which is pretty crazy. We saw a leak of these things like a while ago, and now all of a sudden they're like, hey, here you go, we're dropping them. We've even got some on foot shots. I like the kind of how the midsole or the outsole kind of curls up onto the toe of the shoe. I think that looks pretty cool. I also really like the air unit being like a one-up of the big bubbles. This is like even bigger. You can see almost like 50% of that air unit inside of there. Like I said, this is going to be dropping this month in June. We don't know the exact release date, so if we get any more updates, I'll let you know. We finally got some detailed looks at the ALD New Balance 1000 collection. We now got 3 different colorways, a triple white, a very light gray, and an all-over black colorway. All of them looking amazing. I really like all 3 of these colorways. And in my review on the New Balance 1000 metallic silver colorway, I said I'm probably going to wait for another one. Well, this white and sail one, this is the one I've been waiting on. I'm definitely going to be grabbing these if I can. The New Balance 1000 model in general is really nice. It's comfortable. I think it looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, no idea when these are going to drop. Obviously, if they're showcasing them, these could drop any week now. So if we get any more updates, I'll let you know. We finally got a release date for the Adidas AE1 Low colorway, and it's coming back in just all over black and white, just like the mids did. This one does have some red accents, which is pretty nice as well. However, the release for these things is 2025. How do we already have official images when they're dropping so far away? And I was really anticipating this low cut model. I was hoping it would drop earlier, but I guess not. So the release date is now set for January the 2nd, I believe. But again, that's just a tentative release date. Just expect these things early 2025. This one's really interesting for a number of reasons. We've got our first looks at the upcoming Nike SB Dunk Low City of Cinema. I saw like a little image of these things. I was like, oh, that kind of looks cool. But then you look at them close up and you're like, damn, what's this like freaking engine oil that they greased up the midsole with? It also has some very interesting materials on it. This looks to be like cracked leather or something like that. You've also got some like satin or velvety areas over on the ankle. Oh wow, the tongue is also covered in that same red velvet color, which I don't know. City of Cinema, maybe that's to kind of nod to like cinema seats. Usually they're red. Not my favorite colorway, I gotta be honest, but it is interesting at least just because of all of the differences that it has going on, difference of materials and stuff like that. But either way, we do not have a release date for these things exactly. We do know that they should be dropping this holiday season. Let me know your thoughts on this wild pair of dunks. Speaking of dunks, we've got a very interesting one dropping right around the corner. This is the Artifact Nike Dunk Genesis 5 Wildberry colorway. Now they're actually going to have a full-blown general release or a Nike sneakers release. This is Artifact is basically like the NFT digital world fashion people that Nike collaborated with. It was a huge deal, and I gotta be honest, the physical product I think looks really, really good. It changes the silhouette up immensely to it looks like some kind of transformer dunk. It does come with like a bunch of different attachments, like I believe this area over here on the laces comes off. It's also got some other pieces that I think come off as well. Nice chunky silhouette. If I can get my hands on these things, I will be very happy. Either way, these are the official images. They're going to be dropping for $222 to be exact on June the 13th. Let me know what you think of these. Would you be grabbing them, or is this a pass for you? Another big update for June. Apparently we're going to be getting the Trophyroom Jordan 1 Low home colorway. So we had the aways. That was the one with like the black Nike swoosh and the kind of, you know, the little rivets in the eye stays. That also had a different flip of materials. However, this one is going to be extremely hard to get. It's apparently limited to just 1,000 pairs. This is what they're going to look like. I imagine people like these a little bit more because of the leather. However, I do think that people just would prefer the black Nike swoosh as well. So it's kind of like maybe just a combination of both of these colorways would be perfect. Hardly anybody is getting them. Couple that with the potential of backdooring. We don't know. Allegedly, that potentially could happen and just make them even more limited than 1,000. Either way, you can see over here the 1 of 1,000. All pairs are going to be numbered. Nevertheless, these should be dropping June the 23rd. Sticking with Jordan 1s, this is where things get pretty interesting. So this right here is supposed to be kind of like a Chicago Jordan 1 Low, but it's going to be a collaboration. So all the information that we have as of right now is right here in this mock-up. It's supposed to be Chicago color blocking, potentially some sail elements for what would typically be white paneling. It's going to have the larger Nike swoosh, at least according to this render. Either this, I mean, this Nike swoosh looks a little bit odd, a little bit sus. Why is it so round? That's pretty much all that we know. It's going to be the Air Jordan 1 Low Retro OGSP, meaning special project, meaning it's probably going to be a Chicago collaboration. We don't know who the collaborator is. It could be anyone. I mean, just think about any potential collaborator. Imagine if it was a Travis Scott. That would be insane. Either way, I feel like we're going to start seeing a little bit more information on these things very, very soon. They're supposed to be dropping this year, sometime in the summer months for $140 through Nike sneakers, etc. Sticking with Jordans, they've just announced that we're going to be getting another Chinese New Year, more specifically the Year of the Snake, with 5 different models. So we don't have any images of any of them, but we do know what models they're going to be doing. They're getting a Jordan Tatum 3 CNY. This is all spring 2025, by the way. We're getting a Jordan 1 Retro Low OG, but the color code is where things look pretty cool. So it's white, summit white, photon dust, barely gray, sail, and black. So it could be a pretty nice colorway. We're also going to be getting an Air Jordan Legacy 312 Low Chinese New Year. This is going to be a woman's one. Same thing with another Air Jordan 1 Low. This is going to be a special edition, and that's also going to be in women's sizing. Ha finally revealed their Air Max 1 collection, or at least two colorways it looks like. So take a look at this here. This is like the image that we saw ages ago, and it basically was like the announcement that they were going to be doing a pair of Air Maxes for this sneaker's 20th anniversary. So this is the pair from 2004 over here. Take a good look, because this right here is what we're going to be getting this month, actually. So the first release date is going to be June the 15th, and that's going to be through Huff's web store. And then they're going to do a Nike sneakers app release on June the 22nd. They have 2 boxes and 2 colors. I'm hoping that this is not like a little mismatch thing where they do one shoe and then the other one. So yeah, we're getting this orange one and then the green one. You also get a little look at the box and then some added extras like this little keychain over here. Oh, we got an even better look at the upcoming Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3. Year of the 3s. Hey, we just got the freaking J Balvins, the black ones, and now we're going to be getting this very premium looking pair of Ma Manieres. You can see all over it's got some very nice premium tumbled leather, and and then some just insanely shaggy suede on the back tab and the toe box. It looks like it's going to be super soft. You also got that signature perforated suede underneath the laces for the tongue and then around the sock liner as well, which looks really nice in that classic Ma Maniere burgundy color. You've got Nike Air branding on the heel tab, sail details throughout, so the midsole, I imagine you're going to get an extra set of laces. These are dropping very, very soon on July the 18th. Let me know if you're after these. Sticking with threes, we just got official images of the upcoming Air Jordan 3 Kai 54, and this time I think, you know what, this is a very, very nice colorway. Sometimes they like to go a little bit crazy with the Kai 54 sneaker, like they throw a bunch of colors and patterns on there, but they definitely toned it down this year to look really, really solid. So you've got like this white leather base with the gray suede around the back and then the toe box as well, and then you've got the Kai 54 details, which is this little embroidered logo on the tongue. Same thing around the back. This time it's kind of like that semi-translucent material for the back tab where you can see the Jumpman, but underneath is that Kai 54 logo peeking through. These are dropping very, very soon, June the 10th. There you go. Retail $210. I think they look cool. It's a nice pair of threes. Everybody thought that the Black Hat threes were going to be dropping in 2024 holiday season, and then we know that that got pushed or cancelled. Well, it turns out the Black Hat threes are in fact going to be dropping, and we do have a new release date, which is March 2025. So this is a picture of, I believe, the originals over here. There's not really too much to this story, just that, yeah, we are going to be getting Black Hat 3s. It's just going to be early next year instead of this holiday season. So just want to remind you guys, if anybody still thought that the Black Cats were going to be dropping this year, they're not. Is 2025. Last pair of threes, another collaboration. This one is interesting. So Sneaker News is doing a little bit of speculating over here. So this is the Air Jordan 3 Diffused Blue, and all we know as of right now is that this is a mock-up based off of the color code, so it's going to have these colors on it. We also know that it is a special project, or it's going to be a collaboration. However, the initials are GH, and we don't know any brands that have that GH initial. Now, Sneaker News is speculating that it could be a Gentry Humphrey collaboration, who, if you didn't know, Gentry Humphrey is the current VP of Jordan footwear. Maybe either way, the Air Jordan 3 OG SPGH Diffused Blue is going to be dropping Q1 2023. Very small little leak. This is a 2025 springtime drop, but it's CPFM and Nike are going to be making a third iteration of their Flea silhouette. So the original one is this here, the Flea 1. Then we got the Flea 2s, which is, I don't know if you can see it, that one over there. Wild, definitely controversial. People were like, what the hell are these things? But now the 3, we don't know what it's going to look like, but we at least know that they are working on it currently, and it should have a spring 2025 release. As soon as we get any images, I will keep you guys up to date. Right, we got a little bit of Travis Scott news. So basically, we've been taking a look at different leaks and rumors for upcoming Travis Scott Jordan 1 collaborations, and we know that he has been pumping out different colorways. Jordan Brand is really going to be dropping a ton of different Jordan 1 colorways in the near future. So I think in total there's like 6 or 7 or 8 different upcoming colorways that we know we're going to be getting, except now they've canceled one. So remember this pair right over here? This is the black olive colorway, the one that we even saw on foot shots of. We saw like in-hand images and everything. This is the one that was going to be dropping this year, that kind of was a nod back to the original colorway that dropped in 2019. That one is canceled, so I have no idea how we were already seeing early images. Either way, what they seem to have done is canceled this one and then replaced it with the medium olive colorway, this one over here, which again, strange, they were already seeing early images. So yeah, no more kind of original flip on the Jordan 1 from Travis Scott. We are just getting this colorway, which kind of looks very similar to like the Golf ones that just dropped, maybe like an alternate olive colorway. They're going to be dropping this year. I believe the release date should be September the 9th, which we didn't know before. So September the 9th, we're getting another pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comment section. I have seen people pretty disappointed because they preferred that colorway to this one. Oh yeah, and then remember that Jordan 1 Travis Scott colorway from last week, the shy pink colorway? That's actually happening, and it's actually exactly like the mock-up. This is it over here. It's going to have basically just suede for all of the pink, the shy pink. Then it's going to have sail midsole, sail, and Nike's roof. So pretty much exactly the renders that we saw, the mock-up. This is a spring 2025 release. I believe it's going to be a woman's exclusive, but it's always extended anyway, so it doesn't really matter what they label it. Let me know what you think about these, and are you happy with this colorway? Is it like a must-have, or is it a pass? All right, let's get into this Yeezy news, which is very, very interesting. But before we jump into the serious stuff, let me hit you with something which I found so freaking funny. Take a look at this. Shein has just created a rip-off Yeezy wet tank. I didn't even think there would be any point trying to rip off, first of all, the wet tank in general, because it's see-through, not that many people actually want to wear it. Two, it's $20 for the original. How have they managed to undercut a $20 product? So it also says Y in like the same font, it's the same style. Like why? The $6 Y tank from Shein is a thing. I thought this was so hilarious when I saw it. I had to share it with you guys. Adidas is actually discounting Yeezys, and they're doing it pretty quietly in a very subtle way. So first of all, we've got this post over here, and a lot of people were reporting on this, that Yeezys start hitting Adidas outlet stores for 40 or 50% off. Now, when I saw this, like a bunch of other people, I was like, really? I doubt it. It just sounds like a little bit of like, you know, where's the proof? We haven't seen any proof of this. And then we also saw this post over here, which is a screenshot of an Adidas employee that are getting 60% off of Yeezys. And this is online. This is not even through the outlet. So they're able to go on the Adidas app, check out on all of these Yeezys that just dropped on Monday for 60% off. So we got $92 Yeezy 350s. We've got $84 Yeezy 500s. And then I was like, wow, okay, well, that's pretty interesting. I've never seen this before. So I was like, okay, well, it's just Adidas employees. What about, you know, the average consumer? Well, turns out this is actually a thing. One of you guys messaged me over on Instagram, and you provided proof. They messaged me, they sent this really nice message saying that they bought a pair of Yeezy Quantums for 120 euros. So this is an EU Adidas outlet that they went to. And they sent me some pictures of a bunch of different Yeezys. I think there's 4 in this shot. We've got 350 compacts, we've got some Quantums, some MNVNs, and the 380 Covalites. All sat on shelves for way under retail price. So 120 euros off of a 250 euro product. Yeah, it's about 50-60% off. Bottom line is, like, I know these are not like the most hyped up models. Like, will we see some of the more hyped up stuff going on sale? Well, most of the stuff from this first drop did sell out. However, there is so many Yeezys dropping. A lot of this stuff, if it doesn't move off of the app, it has to go somewhere. Adidas has to get rid of it. This looks like it's going to be the final Yeezy drop, and they can't keep on storing these things. It's costing them money. I could see a future after this Monday release, after the next ones that we're going to be getting. I imagine that Adidas just starts discounting them and offering them 50-60% off, like they originally said in their first press release about them releasing more Yeezys in 2024. They said that they were going to sell them for at least cost. When is this going to happen? Well, it looks like it's already happening. I guess check your outlets if you are interested in cheaper Yeezys. I don't have any Adidas outlets near me, otherwise I would be going to check, because that would be pretty crazy. And with that, you know, I gotta prepare you for tomorrow, which is the round 2 Yeezy Day release. So this is the whole release calendar. Not gonna go through each one, but yeah, there's some solid ones in there, like the Desert Boot. We've got the Power Phases, which is really strange. Bunch of 350s, 500s, some more slides. But yeah, all of this should start dropping tomorrow. Last week they did it really early in the morning, and they didn't have any raffles. It was just show up. If they're sold out, bad luck. If they're still in stock, you can purchase them pretty easily. And if you want to see the full list of all of the other, I think we got like 4 or 5 more drops after this one. If you want to see the full list, click that video right over there.